me as well. This experience has been ridiculous. Just to not only to teach, but to learn and to dig back into the old skills that helped us get here, to really focus in on where we are as a company and how we're going to get to the next level. And man, the numbers are there. The company is exploding. In the month of March, we still got 2 more days, but we're at almost 17,000 new customers in the company. And I think in the next 2 days, we can make that number very close, if not 20,000. That is insane type of momentum. Almost 20,000 new customers in 30 days, 31 days. Absolutely insane, guys. And, I can tell you, I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. I'm so blessed, so humbled, so honored by the messages that I've been receiving on my Instagram, the messages that Matt has been receiving through social media, the texts, the phone calls, the voice messages, all of that. But I just want you to understand that, this is what leadership is, right? Leadership is, like I said yesterday, it's not being the king or the queen on the throne, but it's about getting in the trenches with the people and making a difference, right? Getting in the trenches with people and making a difference. And, I'm so pumped up about what is happening, but guys, I'm even more excited about what's going to happen as we leave this boot camp. For the next 30 days, the month of April is going to be unreal. We really have a chance in the month of April to create history. We will create dozens of new chairmen in the month of April. We will have dozens of big chairman rank ups, 25s, 50s, 100s in the next month or so. And we've already got a bunch of chairman 50s brewing up, some new chairman 50s brewing up. And, so many people are really enjoying and getting value from the education that we provide. And that's really the backbone of the whole thing is the academy, the IM Center, Pip Talk, the different strategies. And I'm just so grateful for the educators, so grateful for the individuals that go out on a day-to-day basis and just lead in any way, shape, or form that they can. So just wanted to give some gratitude because, man, I'm jacked. We've been a part of this company now for 4.5 years, part of the industry, the profession of network marketing now for almost 7 years. And we've never seen what we're seeing right now. And I know we've never seen what's coming. So just a little moment of gratitude, just a moment where we could reflect and just say, damn, I'm excited. So guys, today the topic is, dedication versus motivation, right? That dedication is such an important thing to understand, and just really thinking deep about what makes you tick, right? What makes you go, and what at the end of the day is going to produce a result, right? That's why we're here. We're here to help develop skills, and we're here to help develop the right behaviors, right? That can help you get a bigger, better result. And remember, guys, it's not too late to promote this webinar. We've got 2,000 people now on the call, and it's not too late to jump in the box, jump in your chats, jump wherever you need to jump, except for off the call, because we're going to go for the next 30, 40 minutes here, and we're going to talk about, the difference between being motivated versus dedicated, right? The difference between, the drive, the belief, right? And the action, the all-out massive action. And so, first and foremost, I think in order to really set the tone correctly for this call, for this training, you need to really define the why. Really define it. Some of you have heard me talk about this. I talked about it on the German leadership call just about an hour ago. We started off the call with the same things we always start off with. The pledge to consistency, because if you're not consistent, nothing matters. You got to go every single day. and contribute to your business. Go every single day, contribute to your trading. Every single day, continue to contribute to your psychology, your emotional intelligence, all that stuff. But also, I've been more so than ever really urging people to get out and define their why. Deeper and deeper and deeper and more passionate and more heartfelt than ever. We need to know why we're building this company. We need to know why we want to be good at trading. Because to become, motivated, dedicated, sold out, all in, your why is going to play a huge role in that. Okay, your why is going to play a huge role in that. And I always tell people that I believe motivation is overplayed. I got to be honest. I believe motivation is overplayed because, if motivation was something so powerful, then why wouldn't everybody just go to the morning motivation call with Neno, mornings with Neno? Why wouldn't everybody just go to morning motivations with Brandon Boyd? Why wouldn't everybody just come on a webinar like this and blow up? Why wouldn't everybody go to a convention and just blow up? Why wouldn't everybody just go to Tony Robbins event for a week and their life has changed, or a Bob Proctor event and their life has changed? Because that type of motivation is available. It's on YouTube. It's free. You can be motivated, but are you dedicated? Right? And that's where this training really comes into play. Because I've always believed that motivation is temporary. And the only true type of motivation is self-motivation. And if I need to be pressed or pushed or reminded from an outside source, time and time and time again, day after day after day after day, if I need to go outside for motivation, am I truly motivated? Am I truly motivated? That's the question. And I believe the answer is no. I believe the answer is no, because that's like putting a Band-Aid on a huge open wound. Like, it'll cover the wound, but is it gonna make that wound heal? No, you're not gonna need a little Band-Aid for a big wound. And if you're not self-motivated, a little 10-minute morning call is not gonna do the job. It'll help, but it's not going to do the job. It's not going to keep you permanently motivated. I believe that motivation is temporary unless you are able to create that motivation internally. And the only way I believe that you could truly do that is to find fulfillment and to have a really deep why. To have a really deep why, and a really deep why plays a really big role. And every day I'm constantly reminding myself of why I need to continue, why I need to push through the hard times, why I need to grind like I'm a platinum zero, like I'm starting from scratch, like I just signed up. This morning I didn't feel like getting out of bed. I was up late watching Tiger King, the Tiger documentary. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's like a must watch, but it's like watching a train wreck. You don't want to watch, but you have to watch. And it's just madness. And it makes you feel really good about yourself because you realize you're not so crazy. So if you guys have watched, drop a tiger emoji if you've actually seen Tiger King. I would say just watch it at night before you go to sleep, because it's been crazy. And I definitely wouldn't take any of your productive time. Like, don't not work because you're watching that. Yeah, we're not going to go too deep into all the, specifics of this. But if you guys want some entertainment, you want a good laugh away from the grind late at night, you guys gotta watch this thing. It's crazy. I mean, it really makes you understand that you're actually probably a lot more normal than you think. Okay. But let me tell you something. I was up, I was watching it, and I wanted to go to the grocery store this morning just so I could fill up a couple things before the Sunday madness. And, I've had calls since 11:30. So, I really wanted to beat the traffic and get back home and be 100% focused. So like 9 o'clock comes around and I'm like, oh man, I do not feel like getting out of bed. And then I just remember my why. And I'm like, all right, cool, we're doing it. And I'm like, 3, 2, 1. And I just plop myself out of bed. And that's the difference between, self-motivation and seeking motivation as a Band-Aid. I can tell you guys that in the beginning, you're not going to be perfect. In the beginning, you're not going to be self-motivated unless you are just a self-motivated person. But if you're not a self-motivated person, because some of you guys may be saying, well, I'm not a self-motivated person, right? Some of you guys may be saying, I'm not. But that is a temporary thing. Motivation, self-motivation is something that you can develop. And I'm going to try to help you understand that today. And it starts with the why. Starts with the why. When your vision, when your goal is bigger than you, when your vision, when your goal is about helping other people, when your vision and your goal is about making a difference in the world, you will find that nudge becomes a passion, right? And that passion becomes self-motivation. One of the things that I encourage you guys to do, if you're not doing it already, is to, you don't want to dive into somebody's personal life, right? You never want to get into somebody's personal life. But as new customers are coming into your business, as new leaders are developing in your team, I think it's so important to get to know their why, get to know their goals, and then make those whys and those goals a part of your why and your goals. Because I know that if I have a single mom in my team who needs to work and needs to make this work so she can pay her rent, she needs to work and she needs to make this work so she can put food on the table. Or I've got, an 18-year-old kid whose mom is sick or dad is sick and they can't work anymore and they need to make this work. Then I know that for me, that push is going to help me stay motivated, self-motivated. So find motivation internally. Now, it can be for other people. That's typically the best and most pure way to do it. Because I'll be honest with you guys, it's not that hard to quit on yourself. See, it's easy to stay in bed. It's easy to get lazy. It's easy to procrastinate. It's easy to say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. It's easy to do those things, to kind of fall behind if it's all about you. If it's all about your goals, if it's all about your, desires, and if it's all about material, then it's even easier because you say, you know what, I want that new car, but I'm going to watch Netflix all day today. I'm taking the day off. You know what? I'm good. And that type of motivation, that seeking Band-Aid motivation, that's the type of result you're going to get. A stagnated, inconsistent, and unintentional result. You're going to end up stuck somewhere in the middle. So find your motivation from the internal source, from a place of selflessness, from a place of just wanting to get out, from a place of helping your family, to make sure that your family is protected and safe. And you can stop leaning on the rock and become the rock for your family. I could have waited around for somebody in my family to help me grow, or someone in my family to pay my bills, or someone in my family to bail me out of my rough financial situation. But instead, I made a decision that I wanted to be the rock for my family, that I wanted to be, the driver of my future. So I would go out and change my life and then indirectly change the life of my entire family. And I'll tell you, because of my decision, my family is not ever going to be under a financial restraint. I'm never going to let money or the lack of money get in the way of the peace that I want my family to pursue and that I want my family to absorb and be a part of. And that type of motivation, that's the burning desire, that fuel that will never stop, because now it's bigger than you. See, now when you want to lay in bed and be lazy, or you want to, play video games, but you could be on calls with your leaders, or you want to go out and party, but you got work to do. That's the type of self-motivation that will make this a priority. When you want to be on go live, but there's a distraction. That's the type of stuff that'll push you to the next level. That's the type of stuff that'll get you long enough in the game to see those consistent results. See, that's the difference even just between motivation and self-motivation. And that also leads to dedication. Dedication. Because when now you are self-motivated, you don't need your upline. You don't need your sponsor to push you. You don't need a Chris Terry call to show up, right? Now, here's the sad reality. There's 2,300 people on this call right now. But if I invited Alex Morton, or if I invited David Emonite, if I invited Christopher Terry, more people would have shown up. Because some people are just walking around waiting to see if somebody's going to motivate them, waiting to see if somebody's going to, spark something in them. And true dedication means you show up every time someone has a result is speaking. Every time that someone you admire is teaching, you show up with no ego, ready to learn. Because I'm down to get on a call. Paloma Sansoris, Chairman 100, she's doing the Chairman Mentorship call in 90 minutes. 90 minutes. We have the Chairman Mentorship call with Paloma. And I will be listening into that call, regardless of a rank that I'm at versus a rank somebody else is at. Regardless of anything, true dedication means you're going to show up humble and you're going to learn from anybody. You're going to show up coachable. You're going to sit at the lunch table with everybody, right? You're going to mingle with everybody. You're going to get off that throne like we talked about yesterday. That's true dedication. True dedication is you going the extra mile to be there for the people who need you the most. True dedication is you not needing external motivation, but then letting that external motivation spark something, help you learn something. So I've always been self-motivated. Since I got in this company, self-motivated. I wake up every morning hungry, starving. But there is a difference. I got to tell you, there's a difference between hunger and starvation. And sometimes, we are hungry. We want success. I mean, I don't think you guys would be on this call today if you didn't want to be successful. So I don't think you would be here if you didn't want to be successful. But, I can tell you guys, going back to 2015, I was $70,000 in debt. I was struggling. I had to move back in with my parents. My parents kind of bailed me out, went back, 25 years old. Credit cards are maxed, running out of money. And, I can tell you guys that for a while, I was hungry, but I was comfortable. And I was comfortable because I know I had cooked meals. I was comfortable because I knew that, if I was a little bit short on my car payment, my mom would help me out. I didn't want that, but I was comfortable because I had like a little safety net. So I was comfortable because I, had a little side job. I was comfortable because I didn't have to pay the bills anymore. And so what I realized one day was I was listening to a call while playing Madden. I'm sitting there playing Madden, listening to a leadership call with somebody who has a result that I would love to have. And I'm playing Madden. Some of you guys are on this call right now and you're on Instagram and you're like kind of listening, but you're not focused. And that's fine. Again, I'm not your boss. I'm just here to help you. But I will tell you that you might be motivated, but until you make that decision to like really do it, you're just motivated. You're not dedicated. You're not 100% in. And the difference was that I was hungry, but when I forced myself into starvation mentality, things got crazy. See, I realized that I had to put my back against the wall. I had to remove the distractions. I had to get out of I had to get out of that environment. Now, it's not that extreme for some of you, but that's when I decided to pack everything I could fit in my 4-door Kia, drive from New Jersey to Miami, which took me a full day, 24 hours to do, sleeping on the road with a couple $100 that I had saved up, no mattress, no bed. I had an apartment that I had to pay $400 for. I became roommates with Matt Rosa in Miami and his wife. We barely had enough money to go to the grocery store and get some food. And trust me, we stretched that 20, 30, 40 bucks that we had. But it's so funny that change of scenery, 60 days later, we hit Chairman. 60 days later. 60 days later, we hit Chairman 10. And within a year, we go Chairman 25. Within year 2, Chairman 100. So I'm not saying move. I'm not saying leave your house after this call. I'm not saying drop out of school. No, don't do that. I'm not saying quit your job. No, don't do that. I'm saying switch your mindset, because sometimes you don't have to physically move to start spiritually moving, to start mentally moving. Then you'll start financially moving, and then you can physically move. And we're all on lockdown anyway, so I don't think anybody's moving right now anyway, right? Physically. But you can mentally move. You can spiritually move. Now, I didn't have mentorship like this back then. So the physical move, changing my physical location so that I couldn't go to the bar with my friends 4 nights a week and eat chicken wings and watch sports. So that I had to pay my own bills, that I had to put my back against the wall. See, when I shifted and I put myself now in a place where I'm starving because I have to eat. Starvation, it means you have to eat. You have to find food. You've got to make it work. It's more than just something physical. It's a mindset that you can trick yourself into. So you stop letting people bail you out. Stop asking people for money every month. Stop relying on your parents to pay the bills. Stop. If you're married and you're doing this and your spouse is not, pretend that you are single and you have to make the bills. You have to make the bills. Pretend that you are, broke, busted, and disgusted, or you've got $100,000 loan to pay, or whatever you got to do. You got to trick yourself into that dedication sometimes. And what's crazy is sometimes you don't even have to trick yourself. You just have to hear this and you're like, oh, that makes sense. I'm good. But if you're hungry, you're going to work. But when you're starving, you're going to grind and grind and grind. And that's going to give you a different result. Put some 8s in the chat box if this makes sense. Put some 8s in the chat box if you're picking this up. Put some 8s in the chat box if you're like, mind is blown because you're kind of hearing this stuff for the first time. Let's go. Because I remember when I had this realization that I was hungry, but I wasn't starving. So I was comfortable, but I was still working, but I was comfortable. And that realization led to a sickening, ridiculous level of energy. That Chairman 10 in 2 months from that decision, that's not because I moved to Miami. It's because I shifted my mindset. That's it. I just shifted my paradigm. My back was not against the wall. So I had to put a wall against my back. Think about that. I just thought of that. That's powerful. My back was not against the wall. So I had to build a wall up against my back. And damn, then you watch your work ethic. Then you watch the excuses. Then you watch that self-motivation kick into play. Then you do it. Because I'm telling you guys, I do these calls and I don't prepare. I don't have notes. I'm not reading anything. So when I speak, when I teach, I'm telling you guys what has worked for me. What has worked for me. So this is not anything more. This isn't a theory. Like for me, this is a story. This is step by step. And I really try to get on these calls and be as real, as transparent, as human as I can be, because I want you guys to understand that sometimes we look at our influencers, sometimes because somebody has a blue check on social media, sometimes because, we see somebody on TV or we see people on Zoom and we don't see them in real life, right? Because of this stigma that, rappers are above us, our favorite athletes are above us, all these celebrities are above us. Because of that stigma, we don't truly believe on a conscious level that we can get the results that they can get. But guess what? If God ever needed to shine down and say, hey, look, everybody's equal. Some people have different skills, but everybody's equal. It's right now. Because I'm watching, and Kevin Durant, see KD over there? Maybe you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. KD. It's my dog, KD. You'll see the syrup from my pancakes this morning. That's lit too. And we're lit. Okay? Gregor. All right. They were keto pancakes, by the way. Sugar-free syrup. Gotta be smart. Can't be getting no chunky chairman over here. We got Kobe. All right. But KD is literally my favorite basketball player on the planet alive right now. My favorite. And he has coronavirus. So let me tell you something. If right now you ever needed KD has to switch teams. No, KD's on the best team in the world. Where's Brooklyn at? Look at this. Come on now. Don't get me fired up. But even Notorious B.I.G. was a Brooklyn boy. Come on. Don't get me fired up right now. Even Biggie was a Brooklyn boy. We know. All right. Let me tell you something. If you ever needed a time to understand that we're all the same, we're all human, you cut us open, we all bleed, everybody goes through the same things as right now. That's the call to reality right now. To understand that not everybody wakes up every morning and says, life is perfect. Even some of the most perfect people, even some of your mentors, even some of the people who you guys love and admire, including myself, we go through it. We go through it. So if you can adopt this starvation mentality, then as long as you're consistent, the rest is history. The rest is a wrap. Because now time will work in your favor. And Eric Worre, his family slogan, his family saying is time will either promote or expose. Time will either promote or expose. And what does that mean? When I thought of that, when he told me that, his son Taylor actually told me that. He said, yeah, my family crest, the saying is time will either promote or expose you. And I was like, damn, that is deep. That's real. That if you're a good leader, if you have a good heart, if you're self-motivated, if you have good intentions, if you do the right things when no one's watching, because remember, when those doors are closed, okay, there's nobody in the room with me right now. It's just me and my creator. But when no one's watching, the things you do, that defines your legacy, right? The decisions, the temptations, because all of us will face those temptations. All of us will face distractions. All of us will face adversity. But it's what we do when that adversity or that distraction comes. It's what we do when we face that issue that really decides the projection or the trajectory of our future. So if you're a good person, you got good intentions, you're self-motivated, you do things for other people, not just for yourself. You're not glorifying yourself, but you're not a king and a queen on a throne, but you're a king and a queen inside with the people, and you're dedicated to success, then time is the only thing that you need to worry about. Time is the X factor. Time is going to give you the result if you're a good person, and it's going to expose. Okay, and I appreciate Jason Brown's the GOAT, but really Jesus was the GOAT, so I'm just grateful. All right. But anyway, I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. Time will put the right people at the rank they're supposed to be. Time will put the right leaders on the stage. Time will put your financial situation at peace. And time will also expose your enemies. It'll expose the fakes. It'll expose the cheaters. It'll sink the people who try to take shortcuts. It'll sink the people with bad intentions. Time will always do it. But understand, if the world was supposed to be perfect, don't you think it would be? The world is not designed to be perfect. Because if everybody was a Chairman 500, well, there'll be no hope for the newest person because everybody's already there. If everybody was a great trader, there'd be no hope because there'd be no market. If everybody was the best speaker, there'd be no hope because everybody would already be speaking. Does that make sense? If everybody had this divine, amazing, relationship with Allah or God or, Buddha or whatever you believe in, then what would there be on this planet to pursue? So don't be upset about your current situation. Just understand that if you keep drilling, keep drilling away, keep going, have the right intentions, don't cheat, don't cut corners, treat people with respect, don't cry when your bank account's low, keep going, you'll find a way. Time will work in your favor. Time. I want to find this little image. Hold on. Let me find this. Are you guys fired up? Jump in that chat box if you're fired up. You got it. If you got it. Just write the word time if you're ready. Uh-oh. Come on now. Hold up. I'm trying to find this GIF. Hold up. Let me see. Where's this? Come on. I don't know how to look for it. I'm trying to find it. Hold up. Well, that's like the Walmart version. Hold up. Come on now. Man, I've seen this thing on Facebook and Instagram like 1 trillion times. It's got to be here. Come on. Oh my God, come on. I hope time will put this thing. Oh my, well, this one will work. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. I found it. I found two. Let's go. All right, look at this. Look at this. Look at what it says. Never give up. You may be closer to your goals than you can see. Okay. How many of you guys have seen this before? Yeah, this is one of my favorites too. I love this. Okay. Now think about it. This is time. See, guys, we're all grinding. 3 years in network marketing, I was dedicated, man. I was dedicated. At least I thought I was. See, I thought I was dedicated because I paid my auto ship every month. I thought I was dedicated because I was showing up to events. I thought I was dedicated because I would go onto the leadership calls. But I realized that I was really just motivated and I was really just hungry for success. Because while I was on those leadership calls, I was distracted doing other things. While I went to those conventions, I was more concerned about going to the nightclub. I was more concerned about checking my phone while people were speaking. I was more distracted and I wasn't taking notes when I should have been. I wasn't taking notes while leaders were talking and I should have been. And I thought I was dedicated, but I wasn't. I thought I was starving, but I wasn't. And when I shifted my mindset to say, you know what? This guy's hungry. But he said, you know what? I'm going to come back tomorrow. You know what? I've tried to become a good trader and it just didn't work. It didn't work for me. It's a scam. I tried to go chairman, but you know what? Maybe they were right. Maybe it's just a scheme. Right? I tried, but success is hard, man. I'd rather just go back to what I was doing before. I can't be like Jason Brown. I just can't. I'm not a good speaker. I can't. So that guy was That guy was hungry. See, he was motivated, but motivation is temporary. So he turned around when things got tough. Little did he know the miracle was just a few inches away. When the dude up top is like starving, look at his face, bro. That guy looks crazy. He looks like he chugged a whole bang before he went to. Somebody get me a bank sponsorship so I can stop paying for this stuff. I'm just kidding. That guy is starving for success. So there's a difference. Come on, somebody with the bank sponsorship. Come on. So let me tell you. No bang in Germany. He said, looking like Matt Rosa. See, Matt Rosa wakes up with that type of energy every morning. All right, let me tell you something. But guys, over the last 7 days, we talked about some incredible prospect bang workers, he said. Let me tell you something. Let me pull out this schedule just so I got a good memory, but I'm trying to. So the day one, here it is. So day one was the launch. Day two was social media. Day three was the mindset of a chairman. Day four was the skill sets that get you paid. So edification, inviting, right? Follow up, the close, killed that call. All these calls, buried. Then Matt went through the levels of leadership, which was such a pivotal training because you go through the different personality types so you can understand people. You understand what level you are, 1 through 5. Are you pinnacle, right? All that stuff we went through. That was a great training. We go through yesterday the art of influence, right? Yesterday we go through, just the understanding of what it takes to be an influencer and what it means to be an influencer. And today we cap it off with dedication or motivation, because at the end of this next 30-day run, I believe that in the month of April, we have a chance to put in 50 to 60,000 new customers. And I believe it's already done, which will really push us to our goal of 200,000 customers at the end of April. 200,000 customers in the company at the end of April, which means that we've actually doubled the company. But are you going to double your team? Are you going to double your results? Are you going to be a part of that contribution? Or are you just hungry enough? Are you just, you're hungry? So you're a P1000 and you're getting your 200 or your 250 every Friday, and you're hungry enough to log into Pay Quicker or log into Skrill or collect that Bitcoin on Wednesday, right? You're hungry enough to log in and retrieve the money. But you're just motivated, right? You're just motivated. Or are you starving because you're grateful for what you have, but you're starving for more? You're grateful for what you have, but you still can't pay your mom and dad's bills yet if things get rough. You still can't pay your grandma's bills if things get rough. You still can't pay everything if things get rough. You're still not free from trading. You're still not free. So again, dedication versus motivation. Hunger versus starvation. When you understand that, you move different. You speak different. You train different. You prospect different. You present different. You open relationships differently. And I've been doing this challenge. And I'm going to do it again because I've been talking about it. And I'm just going to keep talking about it till everybody's on it. But three messages of gratitude to 3 new people every night before you go to sleep. 3 messages of gratitude to 3 new people before you go to sleep. Could be your family, coworkers, old people, new people, doesn't matter. People in your group, upline, mentor. 3 messages of gratitude every night before you go to sleep to 3 new people. And everybody should send one of those messages to Sana, because Sana's been holding us down. Sana, we are grateful for you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so check this out. 3 messages of gratitude, okay? And then watch this. 10 new people, 10 new people that you don't know. 10 new people that you don't know. And watch, we got 2,500 people on this call. If every one of us contact 10 new people we contact 25,000 new people per day. Times 30. 700, oh, this is madness. 750,000 new people per month. Times 12. 9 million people in a year. And if 1%, let's say 0.5% join the company, 450,000. Guys, if we all on this call contact 10 new people we don't know per day, and 0.5%, 1 out of 20 end up joining the company, we are a $1 billion company in faster than 12 months, because 450,000 customers will make us a $1 billion company. Actually, more than that. We'll be more than a $1 billion company. So we want to create a real legacy. We control the outcome. And guess what? There's only 2,500 people on this call. There's about 7,000 or 8,000, 10,000 IBOs. So if everybody did it, hey, look, Ty Bill said I contact about 50 a day. Most don't respond. That's fine. Because remember, you talk to 20. Remember, you're not doing this just to go sign up all these people. You're not contacting the 10 new people to just get everybody to sign up. You got to build relationships. You got to plant seeds. You got to get out there and continue to, develop yourself as a leader and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And I want to remind you that process is going to be a lot like this. I did this for 3 years without a result. And then eventually the results just came flying in. Eventually, some of these random people that were following for years stopped looking at me like a random person, and I became a person that they recognized. I became a person that they had been following. I became a person that they were skeptical about in the beginning, but now I became a leader. Guys, I signed up a friend that I met through this process 5.5 years ago. I signed him up 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And he's like, dude, I've been following you. We've been friends. We've talked, but he's never actually signed up. And 2 weeks ago, he got started. 2 weeks. So understand, this isn't about the result you're going to see tomorrow. You might see some immediate results, but most of the time you won't. This is about positioning yourself for the next 10 years to be extremely successful, but you got to start now. And you got to have the vision of the guy up top, not the vision of the guy on the bottom. The vision of the guy in the bottom was strong, but it wasn't strong enough. The vision of the guy up top, he's going. And he knows that this is Chairman 10. This guy was so close. And then he stopped paying his $15 a month. So my friends, my people, my leaders, so excited, guys. So grateful. I see my social media is blowing up. I see my Instagram is going crazy right now. So I do my absolute best, guys, to communicate and to respond. It is not easy to respond to like 7,000 mentions, but I'm grateful for you guys. And we're gonna upload. I'm gonna work on uploading these last 2. I can't believe it's over, man. Oh, don't worry, we're not done yet. Don't leave this call. Don't leave this call. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. Don't do it. But I can't believe it's over. I'm kind of sad. It's almost over. He said, don't mention him on IG. So I'm going to upload day 6 and day 7 of Bootcamp up on my YouTube. And don't worry, guys. Matt and I have some tricks up our sleeve. We've got some more stuff planned for you, especially during this, global shutdown where everybody's home. We want to provide as much value as possible. So don't worry. We are going to take a little break to give you guys time to apply. Remember, right now is the time where you got to go apply all this stuff. You got to go grind and start to work through all this stuff, So if you need a spark or a refresher, all this stuff's on my YouTube. There's old videos. There's tons of stuff on my YouTube. So they've been posting my YouTube here. You can also just search on YouTube, Jason Brown, I Am Academy. You'll find my channel, subscribe so you don't miss the updates. So I don't have to just, blast out all the group chats to get it out there. You guys will get it out there. And then as leaders, if you're on this call, make sure that the bootcamp playlist is being distributed into your groups and into the newest person's hands when they decide that they want to build. You let them know, look, this is about 7 or 8 hours of information. If you just watch one per day, you're going to be in good shape. Just watch one per day, right? So this boot camp, even though it's over, it's just getting started because it's all recorded. It's all database. So definitely take advantage of those recordings, and definitely stay tuned, guys. We're going to do some Q&A stuff. We're going to bring more value. So we're not slowing down. Actually, the Sunday mentorship with Paloma is in about an hour. That's going to be an incredible call. Next Wave Leadership call coming up is going to be incredible on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. So, guys, we're just getting started. Wednesdays are at 10 p.m. Sorry, Wednesdays are at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Next Wave Leadership.